Good evening, everybody. It's great to see everybody. It's great to be in Kenosha to kick off my statewide listening tour. Thanks. I know you've got all sorts of things. We're moving into Christmas time and other celebrations that people have at this time of year. And so, thanks for being here. This lesson, this session tonight is all about hearing directly from you, your ideas, what you care about, challenges you face, how we can work together to solve problems. And the most important policy lever and document that I have as governor is the biennial budget. And that's what's coming up, which I'll be introducing that in February this year to the legislature. And that's a big part of what we're doing here tonight. Budgets are about priorities, and they're a reflection of our values. And for me, the biennial budget has always been about doing the right thing for the people of your state. You know, for those of you who have seen the inside of the Capitol, maybe you even saw the governor's conference room when you're there. There's a thing written on the ceiling. It says, "The will of the people is the law of the land." And that's sort of become a motto for me over the last 4 years. And I believe doing the right thing means that our state budget should reflect the will of the people. And that's why you're here tonight. Usually politicians would rather spend time talking rather than listening. Tonight we're going to be listening. Tonight I will be listening. I prefer to do listening rather than talking. So I've hosted listening sessions like this several times since taking office in 2019. The conversations we've had have really helped guide our work over the last 4 years. We've made critical investments in education, we've signed a 10% tax cut, fixed more than 4,600 miles of roads and nearly 1,500 bridges across the state. We've made the state's largest investment in high-speed internet in the state's history, expanding to 387,000 households that didn't have it before. And we've created 7,000 new businesses moving into vacant storefronts across the state of Wisconsin. All those things came from events like tonight. We made important decisions and critical conversations like we're going to have tonight, and we were only able to accomplish all these things with your help and support. But we've got lots more work to do than what we've done over the last 4 years. Our state is in the best fiscal position we've ever seen. Secretary Barker can tell you about that in case you want the real details.
I got about 15 minutes on that.
We got to listen. Anyway, unemployment continues to be near historic lows. Labor force participation is as high as it's ever been. And we're expecting a $9 billion surplus in our, at the end of this biennium. At the same time, I know folks have been struggling with inflation. Our local communities need more resources to support critical services like EMS, police, fire. Our schools need more support so that they can get kids caught up from the pandemic. So all this presents unprecedented opportunities to invest in our people and our state and to create the future that we want for all of us. We can be fiscally responsible and ensure folks have affordable health care, good schools and roads, child care for their kids, internet for their homes, and support for their communities. So I want to thank you again for being here tonight. It's a great honor for me to be here. I'll be listening instead of talking, but I just thank you. It's a great turnout from Kenosha. And I'd like to turn it over to Secretary Barca, who knows this area well, to explain how this listening session will work.
Thank you, Governor. You know how to draw a crowd. Holy cow, this is like overflow. And we're competing, I want you to know, against the Goodfellows, this big holiday event that I'm sure we're all going to rush over to as soon as this is over. But thank you all for coming. This is really round 3 for us because this is the governor's 3rd budget. Since the first 2 budgets, of course, went exceedingly well, as he described, and I want you to know that the governor takes very seriously the input that you provide here. We can point to items that came out of these listening sessions that were put in the governor's budget. The governor will remember. He'll say, "I remember when I was in Green Bay and this item came up." So know that your input really is taken to heart. And I wanted to just take a couple minutes because we also have a number of elected officials here. Senator Bob Wirch, who's represented this area for so many years. Thank you. Representative Tim McGuire's here. Thank you, Tim. He's over there. Representative Onset's on a well-needed vacation, but he's got some of his people here, as well as Representative Neubauer from Racine. We also had our county executive, Samantha Kirkman. I think she's still here, over around the corner, I guess. And also Mayor Antravian's on his way here, but we have with us our former chief of police, who's now our city administrator, Jim Morrissey. Thank you for being here. And, I also want to mention the mayor helped us to set this up, so shout out to him to find this great location. And Peggy Gregorski, who's been a leader of the Civil War Museum for years, is here in person tonight to make sure that this went well along with the governor's staff. Also, we have a lot of local elected officials. If you want to wave your hand, people from city council, county board. Also, we have many civic leaders here that are active, that power our nonprofits. Why don't you raise your hands? You help to make this community go. We appreciate your involvement in being here as well. I also have many fellow cabinet members. If they could stand up so you can see, they're going to be at these various roundtables to help guide our discussion. So thank you for tons of people here to take their input. And then I just have to say, because the governor's pretty modest, and he talked about positive things going around the state, but what he didn't mention is what he did for Kenosha. You know, during the most difficult pandemic ever, and I know the mayor and county executive wanted to mention this, but $9 million to build a new county job center in the middle of town, the best place it could be. Thank you, Governor, for that. Also, $15 million to rebuild the whole uptown area, mainly focused on the old Chrysler site. So thank you very much, Governor, for that. I know the mayor's going to come here and thank you in person as well. And something near and dear to all our hearts, we also brought in $5.9 million for our community health center, which you'll be very surprised to know they serve between 17 and 18,000 citizens in this community every single year, and had 52,000 encounters to make sure that people are in good health right here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So with that having been said, I think you all have instructions, but we have 5 different circles here. We're going to have facilitators at each circle and note takers. We have the economy and the environment, healthcare and reproductive rights, infrastructure, roads, transportation, education, and justice relief. And you'll get a note from Joe. Will let you know when we're 10 minutes out so that you can kind of try to summarize. And then we'll have somebody come up and represent all the various terrific input that you're providing here today. So thank you all for being here. Of course, Kenosha will come through in just gallant fashion, Governor. You can see all these terrific people, and I know you're going to get great input here today. So take it away. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vanessa Aljanas, and I